Hello there, precious person, and welcome to Magical Mondays. Welcome to my channel, Avril Q. I'm Avril Q. I'm a certified ICF coach. I'm an energy therapist where I teach energy architecture. I'm a mindfulness and mindset coach. I'm a meditation teacher, and I teach a brand of yoga called Kundalini Yoga. Now, my channel is all about holistic wellness with a W, where I use different modalities to help you as an individual or even in a cohort or a group to reach your desire or goal. We all have full potential within us, and it is our birthright to be happy and successful. Now, I missed last Monday for the first time in almost 5 months because I was at a Vipassana retreat. And that put so many things into perspective for me. I was in a 12-day Vipassana retreat, 10 days of pure silence, 8 hours to 9 hours of meditation a day. Now, I'm an experienced meditation teacher, but Vipassana is always the toughest because you need to get real. You need to get in touch with who you really are. It is so therapeutic, and it has been shown to help even people with depression, anxiety, intense phobias. And I've suffered through a few of these. I've been very open about my battle with mental wellness, especially when I was in show business. And so I decided to do a spiritual, mental, and emotional detox and be kind to myself and take a break from my hectic schedule where I'm constantly engaging with other people. So today we're going to talk about conscious creation. It's a concept that I've come up with. It's not new, but I really relate with it. And I have a course coming up on conscious creation in 2023, and I wanted to start talking about it and how it can benefit you. But today we're going to talk about what is conscious creation. So buckle up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please turn on the notification button where I release videos every Monday, 12 a.m. Indian Standard Time. And without further ado, let's jump right in. So the obvious question is, what is conscious creation? Well, conscious creation is basically the methodology of the law of attraction. So we've all heard of the law of attraction, right? Like attracts like, you've seen The Secret, you've listened to Bob Proctor, Joe Vitale. Everybody's talking about the law of attraction. It's been going on for more than a decade, actively. If you've watched Abraham and Esther Hicks, Esther has written a book, The Law of Attraction, or something like that. And I'm a big fan because I believe completely in the law of attraction. That's how I kind of changed the trajectory of my life and attracted goodness, kindness, love, joy, compassion. And I have the universe on my side all the time. I truly believe that. Now, conscious creation is the how of the law of attraction, which means if you say something, you need to be in vibration with it. And conscious creation is being consciously aware of what you're creating in the moment. That's why I teach so many different modalities because they all fit in so well together. For example, mindfulness makes you aware. It's based on Satipanya, the wisdom of awareness propagated by the historical Buddha 25 centuries ago. Your mindset reset will only happen when you are mindful about what you think, feel, and how you act or respond or react. Okay? And then I coach people, in terms of going forwards towards a goal, because coaching, like I said before, is all about forward thinking. I'm going to link a video up here explaining the difference between coaching and therapy, okay? And therapy is about getting rid of those deep, dark, rooted issues in your past, which is not allowing you to move forward. So you can see how it comes together. And meditation is a way to get into a mindful state, to get into an alpha state where you can command your subconscious mind, where you can understand what's going on within you. And Kundalini Yoga is the yoga of awareness. It's a form of Raja Yoga, and it is yoga of awareness where we work on all the body systems. We work with the 10 bodies, the energy bodies, the physical body, and the mental bodies. So we have 6 energy bodies, we have 3 mental bodies, we have 1 physical body, and we work with all of this. So what stops people from consciously creating? Because if conscious creation is so great, and if you can put your mind to something and manifest it, then why aren't more people manifesting the life of their dreams? Why aren't more people manifesting the job of their dreams, the partner of their dreams, the home of their dreams, the cars of their dreams, the holidays of their dreams, the purpose of their life? Why aren't they manifesting? It's not because they don't want to. Everybody does. We all want to be happy, but we don't have a roadmap. And I've learned the hard way through my own life experiences, through being molested, being sexually abused, being raped, being in an abusive marriage, being exploited. And I learned so much from this, that it's not about blame. It's about picking yourself up, believing in yourself, and moving ahead. And the universe is always on our side. It wants to give us, it wants to help us, it wants to, allow us to be free, happy, and successful. But it needs our cooperation, right? So the law of attraction talks about a vibration. What is that vibration? It's the law of resonance. The law of vibration, the law of resonance. And conscious creation, when you are in that state, you're constantly aware in every moment. What am I thinking? What am I feeling? And based on that, what action am I going to take? What am I going to say? So it's a conscious process where you become conscious about even drinking your cup of coffee, about even bathing, about even relieving yourself. I'm talking about such basic things because they're always on autopilot. But you can be consciously aware of brushing your teeth. You can go into a meeting consciously about what do you want the outcome to be. And all of you who have been following my channel know that I've written a book on fear. And the link to that book is going to be in the description below. It costs less than the cost of a pizza. Support me by buying the book, but more than that, support yourself by reading the book. I wrote the book for you to read. It's based on the testimonials of 5 of my private therapy clients and based on 2 of my own biggest fears and how I made friends with fear and how I ended up becoming more courageous. So the number one thing is fear. Fear stops you from living your full potential. It keeps you stuck. The second thing is lack of forgiveness. When we don't forgive our past, when we don't consciously heal our past, then how can we forgive others? How can we move on to create from a clean slate? Because if we believe, as the law of attraction states, that like attracts like, then if we don't like ourselves, how can we expect the universe to like us and give us things? We are not in congruence. We may be saying something verbally on a conscious level, but our subconscious is stuck in the past. We haven't forgiven this person. We haven't forgiven ourselves. We haven't forgotten the mistakes we have made. We are living in regret about the decisions we probably made. So the second reason is lack of forgiveness. The third reason is people just don't know how. They have all these grand ideas, they don't know how, and so they procrastinate. Yeah, they procrastinate. Procrastination is when you're not really sure about the outcome, you don't really know, and so you keep stalling. And I often tell people who I work with one-on-one or even in cohorts, how about procrastinating procrastination? Because if you're procrastinating on doing something, you know it's going to pile up and then it's going to be too overwhelming and you're not going to do it. Because we don't like overwhelming feeling, right? We don't want to be overwhelmed. So how about procrastinating the act of procrastination? Why don't you think about that for a little bit? The next one, the fourth one, I'm only going to give you 4 or 5 today, okay? So the next one is lack of self-belief. You know, when you're conditioned as a child, depending upon who your caregivers were and how they conditioned you, you could have been also conditioned by religion. You could have been conditioned by your peer group. When somebody tells you that you're not good enough as a child, that you're good for nothing, that you'll never amount to anything, that you always make mistakes, that you're not meant to do X, Y, Z, you're only meant to do A, B, C. For example, you can never be a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, a scientist. You can never be a singer. You can never be an entertainer. You can never be an entrepreneur. All you can do is get a 9 to 5 job and work under somebody because that's all you can do. You don't have the capability to do more. Now, when somebody tells you that, how can you ever consciously create a life of your dreams? If somebody makes fun of your choices and says that you always make mistakes, you've chosen the wrong person all your life, both your relationships fail. Now, the third one, this is also going to fail. Or you're never going to be a good mother. You don't have it in you. You don't have the bank balance to even think about owning your own home. So when people constantly say these things to you, it takes a toll on your self-esteem, on your self-image, on your self-confidence, and you can never move forward. Also, sometimes people feel that their life is fated. The fifth one is that people feel that mathe pe likh ke aaye hai. God has already designed my life. God has already destined my life. And so I don't think this is possible for me because I've been told that this can never manifest. Is that possible really if you think about it? Everything is changing. As we're talking, cells in your body are dying, new cells are being born, cells are mutating, transmutating, other cells are eating other cells, autophagy. The sun, the moon, the stars are constantly changing. The universe is changing. The weather is changing. Everything around us is changing. The only constant in life is change. So why can't you change your life? Yes, there are certain defining karmas, like you're born as a girl, or you're born as a boy, or you're born as a Indian, or you're born as an American. But those are just by birth, by default, as they say. You're born as a girl, you're born as a boy. It's a default thing, right? But how is it possible that a person, for example, like Dhirubhai Ambani, used to polish shoes? How did he ever dare to dream of being the richest businessman in India at that time? Would he have, even if somebody told him that teri auqaat sirf yahi hai, polishing shoes, would he have ever completely fought against every single thing that people told him, fought against his circumstances, fought against his upbringing, fought against everything, challenged the entire system to become what he became? Think about it. Your fate is not sealed. This is what people tell you to keep you dependent on them. This is what people tell you so that you don't succeed, because nobody likes other people to succeed. And this is the hard facts. Very few people are happy for you when you succeed. There are plenty of people like a crab to claw you down. When a crab is crawling out of a bucket or out of a pond or whatever, out of a bucket, say, right? There are 10 crabs who will want to bring it down, and they try to bring it down, and they do bring it down. Why? Because if we are all going to suffer, you suffer with us. Why should you be the one to be liberated? And the Buddha said this very clearly 25 centuries ago. You are the master of your own fate. You are the master of your own fate. Your internal state dictates your outer circumstances. And I truly believe this. Not because I follow Buddhism, but because Buddhism is not a religion. It's a philosophy. It's a life. It's a path. It follows universal law. Dharma is not a religion. Dharma is universal law. It's based on the elements. It's based on all these different 12 universal laws that the big pundits in the West are propagating. But Shakyamuni Buddha spoke about this 25 centuries ago. So don't let anybody tell you that you can't consciously create your life. In the next video, I'm going to talk more about conscious creation and how you can start taking those steps to consciously create. Don't forget, I have a new course out. And if you sign up for the course by dropping me a WhatsApp message, in the description below, you'll see a number. If you sign up, you're going to get that course at a 50% discount. And I can't wait to share this with you. It's going to really, really catapult your life from where you are to where you want to be. 2023 is going to be absolutely rocking. I've worked really hard on this course for the last 1 year. Conscious creation. Be the conscious creator of your own life. I love you. I'm your sister in alignment and healing. And from my heart to yours, Atma Namaste. Stay true to being you, my precious one, because you matter.